Alright, it is the middle of October. Take a look at the main garden here. We have a lot of stuff gone, but still have quite a bit of stuff in there. But we've cleared out some more stuff. So now we look at it, it definitely has a much different view. We took the corn out, all the tomatoes are gone, so yeah, we pulled a bunch of stuff out. So let's see, our tomatillos are still here. Still producing. I actually didn't get any. I picked only like about half a dozen this week. So there's still a bunch on the plant. They just weren't ready yet. So not sure. Hadn't been watering them regularly due to the fact it was cooling off, but did water them this morning, so hopefully they'll produce a little more before the frost hits. So you can see a little ladybug right there, mature one. Meaning there's some aphids around, but they haven't really been a big problem with the tomatillos much. So we've already took out our tomatoes. We have some marigolds left, and there's honeybees all over those right now. Still haven't done. We're gonna wait till the very end to pull out like the stumps of the tomatoes and stuff. We still have a red okra. We have several ones still forming there, so we'll be able to get a good taste of that and maybe save a couple for seed, but they're still looking pretty good there. The aphids don't seem to be quite as much of a problem now as they were. They're kind of dying off, I think, with the cooler temperatures. So our gourd's still there, still going strong. Plant's not looking the best, but it's still there. Green beans are still here. I didn't actually try to harvest many. I don't think there's that many left. I'm probably going to pull all the green beans out next couple days here, just because there are some. I mean, there's lots of flowers popping out now, but I don't think there's enough time for them to develop before the real frost hits. And so, rather than try and scrounge up a few more beans, I'll probably just get rid of them. So, when we picked them last week, didn't see many little beans at all. So, we still do have, since we're growing them for seed. We're growing the scarlet runner beans. We still have quite a few of those pods hanging around here. It likes the cooler weather, and so it's doing well. We're going to leave it right up until the frost to basically get those seeds as nice and big as we can before we take them out and eat them or save them for seed for next year. With the hyacinth beans, the purple moon shadow here, and the Asian red leaf hyacinth there, they are definitely starting to way die back. These guys have leaves are mostly yellow. Those ones, the leaves still look good, but a lot of the pods are starting to dry up. You can see them getting wrinkly. Here's one that's nice and smooth and perfect. These ones are kind of wrinkly, and this one's like a little crusty. So as they've been getting crusty, I've been pulling them off here and saving them for seed. The thing is, the seeds look identical. They're black with a little tan stripe on the top. I didn't save one to show you, but they look identical, so there's no way to tell which one's which except by segregating them when you pick them. Otherwise, you won't know what you'll get, and that's fine for the most part, but if you do want to know what you're getting, that is important. So this pod here is kind of like feels leathery and stuff. It's not dry and brittle, but it is, getting there. So mostly I've been letting them dry out just so I can make sure that they're as dry as possible. And I'm going to attempt to free this bean here with one hand, or maybe not. There's one of those beautiful flowers. That's the last one I think I've seen, because I was coming out to look at them and kind of see where they were. That's the only flower I've seen. I think a couple on the green beans and just one on the red, but that's about it. Not much left here. So, I apologize for shaking the camera around, trying to get this bean out, and then of course I dropped it. So, here is the bean, and it's not quite dried yet. It still has some speckles, but you see it's got that little like mohawk looking thing on top. But when it's fully done, because it's not fully dried, it will usually be a totally dark purple black looking thing. And so these ones I found that aren't fully dried, they do look like this, and I don't know if the beans are going to change or whatnot, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. But right now it has these speckles, but usually it does not when it's fully dried. So we'll see what happens with that. But anywho, those are our beans, which we're just keeping for seed. And all the tomatoes I pulled out. The asparagus, the only reason I'm really leaving that in, most of it is getting yellowish and ready to go. There's still some that are green, but the main reason I'm leaving it is a habitat for the good bugs. There's lots and lots and lots of lady beetle larvae in there, so since they're still using it as a home base, I'm going to leave it in there. Our squash are still doing fantastic. So this entire ginormous thing is that Gold Rush zucchini, and you can see the plants down there, or the fruits I should say. There's several of them. There's probably 24 of the fruits there. There's one that's good size right there, ready to be picked. Bunch more that are just starting to mature. So we've been just pulling it off and eating them, grilling them out, and we'll continue to do that all the way up until the frost hits. Still so productive. The regular zucchini, Black Beauty, is doing pretty good, but it started to taper off. There's one good fruit over there. Most of it's just it's been chilling out, but that Gold Rush has been fantastic. And we still have some eggplant and peppers still working on maturing there. We got some nice, I believe this is a Cubanelle or Carmen, I can't remember which one's which, but here's some nice sweet peppers here. We'll be looking forward to our little Cajun Belle here. There's a couple that are starting to brown up, and we have a little we even have one of our little Hansel or Gretel, I can't remember which one, but nice little interesting little white guy, white skinny one. There's one over there too. We took the corn out. We left these couple in here because they're holding up the beans. These are green beans. Probably just let them go to seed and use those for that since they're so far gone. And there's a bunch over there too, and they're mixed in with the runner beans. So anyway, we're just letting those guys go to seed. And over here we just have a couple more peppers that still have a few. This sweet bell pepper, or sweet cherry, has some. Still have some nice looking poblanos there. Several more over there. The chocolate bell still has some big peppers on it. Starting to get a little color, so might get lucky. Don't know. And then there's several more of the mariachi and several more of the big gems. So, and we cut up some of these peppers and put them in a little grilling thing with a bunch of other vegetables. Poblanos didn't really have much spice at all, which they shouldn't. But the big gems were very spicy, very, very hot. Hot as like a hot wax, and a hot jalapeno. It was really, really spicy. We're not anticipating that. But anyway, so we're just going to keep going with those guys, and hopefully we'll get those ones that are on there will continue to mature a little bit, and we'll get some more ripe peppers from there. And we can put those with our nice ripe squash and stuff, and have continue to enjoy the garden all the way up until the very end. So that's it for this week. Like I said, the beans are pretty much done. Probably going to pull those out. The rest of the beans we're saving for seed, but still got some peppers and squash, so I'm very happy about that. Thanks for watching.